Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. I am Emily.
And I am Lisa. It is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026.
Wednesday, the reset day of the week.
Oh, reset day. I like that.
Right? Monday is heavy. Friday is still far. Wednesday is when I try to shake the mood off and start fresh.
That is so true. Do you have something that actually resets you, like a tiny thing that helps?
Yes, and it is kind of silly. Yesterday, I opened this old playlist from college, random songs from 2015.
Oh, time machine mode.
Exactly. Hit shuffle, and suddenly I was standing taller at my desk. Weirdly grounding.
I love that. Music you already know never lets you down.
What about you? What resets your mood?
Mine is really small. I put a tiny plant on my desk this week.
Oh, a desk plant. That is a grown-up move.
I know. Every time I look up from my laptop, there's a little bit of green. My shoulders just drop.
That is such a small thing with a big effect. I might copy you.
Highly recommend. Okay, so what are we getting into today?
3 stories, and they are all about turning points. First, ever been annoyed by huge fees when you buy a concert ticket? A court just said those are illegal.
Oh, wait, finally?
Then, Snapchat's parent company is cutting 1,000 jobs, and AI is a huge reason why.
That one sounds heavy.
And finally, a soft one. There's a brand new day for protecting food traditions that are quietly disappearing.
That last one sounds like a warm hug after the first two.
And if you're new here, welcome. Every morning, we turn real news into a natural English chat. 10 minutes perfect with your coffee.
Hit subscribe and join us every day. We love having you here.
Today's keyword is reset. Ooh, that word already fits today somehow. Okay, story 1. You know those crazy fees when you buy a concert ticket online?
Oh my gosh, yes. You pick a show, get hyped, and then the checkout adds $30?
Exactly that. Well, a jury in the U.S. just ruled that the company behind most of those tickets has been running an illegal monopoly. Wait, officially illegal, like for real. For real. The case was Live Nation and Ticketmaster. The jury said they control basically every part of live music, meaning the venues, the tickets, the fees, all of it? All of it. One company controlling the whole chain. No wonder the fees felt unfair, right? And the jury also found they overcharged by about $1.72 per ticket. Only $1.72? Sounds small, but stretch that across millions of tickets every year. Oh, yeah, that is a quiet mountain of money. Huge mountain. And fans have been angry about this forever. Artists too, I bet. I remember Taylor Swift fans literally couldn't get tickets because the site kept crashing. Yes, that Taylor Swift situation got a lot of attention, and Pearl Jam has been calling this out since the 90s. Wait, the 90s? That is 3 decades of people saying the same thing. 3 decades! And the court finally agreed. So what happens now? Do fees just drop? Not yet. There's a next phase where a judge decides the punishment. Breaking up the company is actually on the table. Breaking it up, that would be a massive reset for the whole live music world. That's today's keyword in action, a forced reset after years of the same structure. Reset, as in starting something over from a new state. Exactly. And this one is not a choice, it's a reset ordered by a court. Honestly, fans have been waiting for this reset for a long time. And think about what it could mean. Lower fees, more competition, maybe smaller companies getting a real chance to run ticket sales? Oh, that would actually change how it feels to go to a concert. Right? The frustration at checkout could quietly shrink. That would be a small daily win for so many people. Okay, story 2. Snap, the parent company of Snapchat, is cutting 1,000 jobs.
1,000.
Out of how many people total? About 5,200, so roughly 16% of the whole company.
16% in one round. That is a lot of goodbyes in 1 week.
Yeah, they are also closing over 300 open positions they had been hiring for.
So even future hires are off the table. That is rough for people mid-interview.
Totally. And the CEO used this really dramatic phrase. He called it a crucible moment.
Crucible moment. That sounds intense. What does crucible actually mean?
A crucible is literally a container where metal gets melted at extreme heat.
Oh, so the metaphor is we're in the fire right now.
Exactly. And he said Snap is squeezed between huge companies with endless money and tiny startups that move super fast.
Stuck in the middle. That is honestly the worst place to be, right?
Too big to move fast, too small to coast.
And where does AI come into this?
Small teams inside Snap are already using AI tools for their premium features, ads, and infrastructure. They want to lean into that.
So AI lets fewer people do more work, which is efficient but also means fewer jobs.
That's the tension exactly. Efficiency up, headcount down.
That's the quiet story of this whole decade, honestly.
It really is. And the goal is around $500 million in yearly savings.
That's a serious number. What about the people actually losing their jobs?
In the U.S., they're getting 4 months of pay, healthcare, and job search support.
Okay, that's actually one of the more thoughtful packages I've heard of.
Right? It doesn't fix the news, but it shows some care.
Yeah, it makes the reset a little more humane.
And here's the bigger picture. Medium-sized tech companies are having the hardest time right now.
Because the giants can absorb the AI costs, and the tiny ones move too fast to even worry.
Exactly. Snap is in that awkward middle zone.
So 1,000 jobs is basically the cost of staying relevant in the AI era.
Brutal, but accurate. And this is another kind of reset, not forced by a court, chosen from inside.
Yeah, this story is way bigger than just Snap.
Okay, last story, and this one is warmer. Think about your grandma's soup for a second.
Oh, immediately. My grandma's miso soup is tied to my whole childhood.
Right? Now, imagine that recipe just quietly disappearing. That is the problem this story is about.
Oh no, what is going on?
There is a brand new international day called World Culinary Heritage Day. It started on April 18th.
Oh, this year. Brand new then.
Brand new. The idea is to protect food traditions before they vanish.
Wait, food traditions are actually vanishing?
Yes, a food-focused research group looked at 29 countries and found about 13% of traditional dishes have either disappeared or are at serious risk.
13% is way higher than I would have guessed.
Me too. Recipes, cooking techniques, local ingredients, all quietly slipping away.
It is easy to forget how fragile those things are.
Exactly. And the people keeping them alive are farmers, fishers, home cooks, whole communities.
So not just fancy chefs, the everyday people carrying family flavors.
Especially them. And the director of the group running this said something that really stuck with me. Ooh, hit me. He said, these traditions are disappearing faster than we can write them down.
Oh, that lands hard. Faster than we can document them?
Right? Quiet urgency in one sentence.
How can normal people actually join in?
Super simple. Share a photo of a traditional dish, tell the story behind it, and use the hashtag Culinary Heritage Day.
That's low barrier. I could do that over breakfast tomorrow.
Exactly. Even a grandma's soup recipe counts, especially that.
And this is kind of a reset too, right?
Totally. This same group used to focus on food tourism, meaning traveling to eat. Now they're resetting towards protecting the food itself.
So less, where do I go next, and more, what do we keep?
I love how you put that.
Some resets are about looking back on purpose.
And honestly, that made me want to call someone this week. Ask for a recipe before it fades.
One phone call, that's the whole spirit of this day right there.
And write it down in your own handwriting, just in case.
Oh, that detail matters. A recipe in someone's real handwriting becomes a tiny treasure.
All right, 3 very different kinds of reset today. A legal one, a company one, and a cultural one. Wide range. Reset just means to start fresh, to set something back to a new state. It can be forced, chosen, or quiet. It is one of those simple words that works in tech, in life, and in a whole industry. Right, and we have a question for our listeners today. Ooh, give it to us. Which of these 3 resets felt the most meaningful to you? A, the ticket ruling, B, the SNAP layoffs, or C, the Food Heritage Day? Honestly, C stays with me. It feels like something anyone can join from their kitchen. Same. Saving something before it vanishes feels gentle. And the SNAP story is still heavy. 1,000 people means 1,000 daily lives changing. Yeah, that one is a reminder that the AI shift has a human price too. Tell us your pick in the comments, A, B, or C. Any language welcome. And tell us where you are listening from. Those comments are honestly our favorite part of the day. They really are. It feels like a morning room full of friends from all over the world. And quick thought before we wrap. If Wednesday is your reset day too, pick one tiny thing today. Oh, I like that. Like a plant, a song, a call to someone? Exactly. A mini reset for your own week. That is such a nice idea. Small resets count. If today's chat made your Wednesday a little brighter, please hit like and subscribe. We post a fresh one every single morning. 10 minutes, real English, real stories. And if you're shadowing with us, thank you. Seeing you come back means a lot. One more time, today's keyword, please. Reset. To start fresh, to set something back to a new state. Try it today, like, I reset my mood with a short walk after lunch. Totally natural. Very on brand. All right, that's it for today. Have a gentle, curious Wednesday, everyone. Thank you for spending 10 minutes with us. See you tomorrow. Bye.